This is my oldest. This is Drew Lawson. How are you? Old buddy, swim team back in the day. Back in the day. Sure, you. I live out there.
Hey Drax, can you guys hear me?
Okay, yeah, I knew. After here, I moved out to Denver to go to grad school. Okay, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen when we turn the mic on. Hopefully there's not too much reverb, but I appreciate you getting my back out there, brother.
Yeah.
For those of you that joined the stream, we got a line out the door here, so we're waiting for folks to sign in and get seated. So I'm just going to let this roll.
Right, yeah.
This is a thing?
Why are we doing it?
There's no allergies.
You can get the 90 and stuff, cool down to 60. Yeah, this is a lot of yeah.
I'm not putting on a life jacket.
I can walk outside and not feel
We'll see if I set OBS up right to switch scenes when I do the slideshow. But you guys, I'm not going to have any audio during the slideshow for reasons, mostly copyright. Hey, Ed. Look in the camera. Yeah. Got this camera up here. We got this over here.
And then this second
Drax, this little guy right here is one of Cinda's grandchildren. He's my nephew, and he and Mom gamed for a little bit on EQ2. And then this is my daughter, my youngest daughter, Addison. I am.
It's his birthday. Yeah, it is. Give him a free dessert.
Okay, don't stand right here. All right, we'll be right back.
Ryan, you got a picture in your catalog, man.
And it always was somebody's birthday.
Yeah, I think they have. She has
Be next to my parents' some private kitchen. She was showing me all the bells and whistles. She was making her cookies. Homemade, absolutely. And
They last for long?
no, like 2 days.
Could be a record now.
Well, I watched Jennifer.
That's the only reason when I came over here for so many years at 6 a.m. I think she was on
You know, she was too. That's the only reason I switched to that.
You remember Eddie?
I do. I don't think they remember me.
Okay, this is Shelly's mom.
I said, I was name on night. The other one was the other white man.
Good to see you. And she'd love it, but she'd be embarrassed.
You think so?
Yeah, I bet if she were here right now,
What's up,
It was
dude?
really good to see you. You've been probably about a quarter century or so.
Big day.
Jim Clark's son?
Us two. I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave. Ed Miller.
Ed Miller, good to meet you.
You know my son.
Okay.
You guys swam together.
Okay.
Ed Miller.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Fleet guys.
Yeah.
You look the same as you look when you're ready for my screen door. Into the hot tub.
Not to mention the fence board I broke and
I told you once before, I wanted to put one show when I recorded at night and watched it. Now I've decided when I'm up 2 or 3 times a night, when I wake up after 4:30, this will run channel.
Might as well. That should be our promo. They tell you one more. Might as well. What else are you doing? Don't lie. You don't have anything else going on. Watch it.
You guys are getting up at the same time.
A few people got shot and one person might have got set on fire. You live there? So like in the fall, imagine. No. I mean, look, football, Christmas, January, February, like, you're kind of. What do you, is that your take on that?
-35. And she said, you know, after postdoc, I got a job here and this and that. And I was like, no, I am not living here.
Okay.
Now, I visited St. Louis in the winter, and it wasn't that bad.
See, that's my point. Like, when I was working against the other people, like, it's a little different to me. Once we do that, you stop. I hear what you're saying.
She's acing me out here, girl.
I'm like, I do believe that.
You're dead. You're dead. I was making your son's here.
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know this guy, he's Channel 11 News early in the morning. Anytime between 4:30 and 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
See there, Dave, I'm pushing your family.
Yeah, you are. That's very impressive.
Yeah, I knew your mom from way back in the days. In college. Yeah. Then we kind of busted up. Back with Edward came out here and then I started playing with Freddy. And I called her phone. And I tell her 3 o'clock, alarm went off on her or something. I'd say, take the cat. I go back twice.
Go this way.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, anybody that's tuned in, we've got a line out the door, so we're waiting for everybody to get in. Just gonna let the camera keep rolling. Hey man.
Video, right? Dave Clark's my brother. Dave. Yes.
Yeah?
Well, you can do both.
It's good to see you, man.
man. Thank you guys. To talk to Alan about some more cheers.
Oh, we're good.
But that's where you work.
Yeah.
See, like, I was just my parents I have a bad habit. Nobody in our house. 19-year-old and 21-year-old. So no. No one rides a bus. Like, kids can't walk anywhere. But my but no, I mean,
And now there's like one-star college where the ones are such a
Yes.
that's different. Where we were,
So I was telling him it was a St. Louis news anchor that I actually showed up at his day.
Maggie Stewart wishes your mother vibrant colors in the afterlife. Okay. I think Dave has problems with colors too. This is
And we came down to visit and other issues too. So Mom said, "Here, try these on." I'm like, "Well, I have to do ice bear." I always think it's brown, but she covers it. I couldn't see that. I looked at her hair and I'm like, "Holy, your hair's on fire." So I gave the glasses to my mom. I'm like, "Oh, look at Robin's hair." And she was like, "Holy shit."
I didn't know she had
And that's my wife right there, so I'm sure you can see the red in her hair, which I can't see.
Your mom was always just like rock and roll at the same time. This was anyway, I hope she can see back there.
Yeah. How you doing, man? See you. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. Absolutely, yeah, no, sure, yeah, no, she can take the cake right now. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming. Okay.
Yeah, this is a big day.
I just started realizing.
He is now a news anchor for Channel 11 right here in Houston, and he moved around the country here.
Hey everybody, just checking in. Still have a line at the door, so hopefully we'll get kicked off here in a little bit.
This is a big day. He grew up down the street. I'm Cinda's youngest.
We're actually having to get more seats right now, so we underplanned.
I can tell by the way you're doing the thing.
Yeah, so she taught me to teach bridge because they were playing with friends. Like every other weekend they'd be in our kitchen, and I wrote cards and play cards and I wanted to deal for it. Language, and she's like, oh, you need to learn how to deal first. So I practiced all that, and then she taught me how to play bridge. Yeah, I play soccer and all those. Now I just deal poker.
And then something hard will come up. I'm like, oh, not at all. Which is the good part about it. Because there's no rhythm to it. It's like, I don't know that ever goes. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be that guy.
These are ours here. This and this over here.
Sean is what I teach me. There's nothing kind of back to that's true too.
This is my oldest David.
Hi, Aiden, what's up? Hey, nice to see you.
Me and Amy, high school friends.
Yeah, David, since way before you, even younger than you. That's which is weird.
I mean, she did. She told me about it over.
Do y'all have just stay?
No, Caitlin is.
Oh, so yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, no, I I didn't realize that because
How old are you? 12.
This is Caitlin.
and I was surprised.
These are friends of mine from high school. It's Eddie and Amy.
How are you? What are you, 10 yet?
She'll be 11 in August.
I think she's that's good. That's fine. Like, yeah, she's the opposite of my dad. She'll do what you say. But after a year, I think she's ready to
My oldest graduated.
Yeah, I love all those friends on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I love Facebook.
that was a big deal.
So that's a basic baseball player.
Unfortunately, we're not going to do this in college. We were really holding on to that dream, but I think it's not like that. I mean,
I think it's like, I'm gonna go with the workout. Well, like, a lot of the schools he's looking at like small schools, like smaller high school, where he's so used to going up to Indiana and going to football games. And he's just walking and he's like, I'm gonna do this. So it's part of it.
He can all the time.
we had to take it in with us. Like, wow.
But I think that would be
Really excited.
well,
Yeah, true. You know, they're not like it's full like loving like it's like no joke. He said, I'm gonna love that.
she was out.
Yeah, she's still.
And I like seeing those with like the old league team because you know to see how you
Actually,
Yeah, and we see Steve Michelle's now. That's such a good tour with
Yeah, she's swimming under a coast there. Maybe he trained under Chief Cable. Yeah. Hey, Dave. Excuse me, buddy.
good. How are you? Good for you. Wake up so That's true.
one of those that you just always do the laugh, you know, like.
My first experience speaking to Dr. Terrell.
Sure. I think it's so like
When I got here, for sure, for Shelly's wedding, and she was like, "So, Robin, it's nice to meet you. So we can go shopping." And I was like, "Oh, we did." I was like, "Oh, maybe she likes to shop." And she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I mean,
while working on the morning show.
And I was like, "You're kidding, right?" And she's like, "No, I'm colorblind, right? I need you to tell me what to
I still have
Personal bonding experience. We had
well, I wanted to be public. Here we are. No, seriously. We just switched this week. She's got to she got to work. It's the craziest thing I saw. She moved here from LA.
like some she's at 9 inches.
Somehow got on the 16. They never got a job. I'm saying. Took the kid and like established so like he's got no kid. She didn't have a kid, she's got two spouse and child. Anyway, the kid comes back here for the summer. So she went to school.
My family, my mom was dying.
how you holding it, dude? That's the thing.
I've been in denial. Still thinking about
Forget about it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
4:30 in the morning.
Yep, like, yeah, this is boring. I can back off the wrist.
And now I can see.
Yeah, exactly. I had no idea. We didn't do like a who's coming event kind of thing. So we had no idea who was I actually covered it with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's I know that she didn't take any steps after she went to bed. I know that her heart rate and blood oxygen was good. Because it's on football. Yeah, and it was weird because Dad realized 30 days later, Fitbit data gets pushed off after a while.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, that's interesting.
What else? You want something to drink? What else? Awesome.
How are you, man? Where did you go? Where did you go? Yeah, we live out south of we've been out there for 17 plus years.
But like, okay, I could have been pushing up.
Yeah.
You automated now?
Well, I mean, I've had every operation you can have. I've had. Last year I had both heart problems.
I know, sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, boy? Like,
No, it just always.
I miss him a lot.
Well,
I've got a really good relationship with my in-laws. There's no like middle ground or like these moves I've made in the last year. Like when the artificial turn bigger. She's preparing us for her move out by being such a big deal. So we're gonna be like, see ya.
I think she's like, the other day, it was like she wants to go on stage.
No, I do. Like, we're just thinking like jazz. You sort of you would give me like, house with the family.
Yeah. Feel free if I think they had to get some more, but we can get some seats. We can get some seats up here too. How are we on seating?
Killing. I'm like, wow. Also, like,
everybody. Yep.
That seems like that was short.
Hey everybody. Just want to do a quick time check. If you guys want to work on getting some seats, and my dad's going to say a few words here in a minute. I know I just saw him. There he is. Thanks, Rex. Appreciate it. Paging Jim Clark.
I'm walking as fast as I can.
Party for Jim Clark. Table for 140.
All right, Dad, if you want to stand right here and be in front of the folks.
I told my son Stephen I thought I could say a few words to start with, but I'm afraid anything after the beginning would be too emotional for me to get into. I just want to thank you all for being here. You've all meant so much to us since we've been here at Hearthstone. And I know Cinda would appreciate every one of you, so thank you a lot. And I'm going to go refill my cup of encouragement. And that's about as funny as I've got today. So I'm turning it back to my son, Stephen.
We love you, Jim.
Step over there. Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick thank you for everybody that showed up today. I know we had quite a few chairs we had to bring in that we weren't expecting to. And just really warms my heart to see how many of you wanted to come up here and kind of have a nice celebration. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Stephen Clark, and I'm Cinda's older son. I wanted to start by just saying welcome and thank you so much for coming. It means a lot that you guys are here, and you know, Nana would really have appreciated it. For those of you that knew her well, by the way, how's my volume back there? Can you hear me? Got it? Okay. For those of you who knew her well, she had a close circle of online gaming friends all over. So we thought it would be fitting to live stream this event to YouTube. So we are currently on YouTube with, I'm losing count, I mean, we've got definitely a handful, if not more. And because we're streaming it to YouTube, there's a little DVR function, so you know it'll be a link that lives in perpetuity, and anybody that can't make it, they can come and watch this afterwards. And we had a lot of people around the country that Mom had either gamed with or knew and wanted to come but couldn't. So anyway, just playing with some technology here. But I wanted to thank all the online folks for coming. She would have really appreciated it and would have been tickled pink just seeing all you guys on here. So yeah, throw some emojis up there. There you go. Yeah. I did want to make a quick introduction to the Clark family for those of you that haven't seen us all. We've been here for Easters and the egg hunts and a lot of those things, and have met a lot of people over the years. But you know, we're all fairly far away. You know, we're up in the Bentwater area, and my brother's in St. Louis. So you know, we've got my wife Shelley and Avery and Addison here on the front table, and my mom-in-law Diane. All right up front, and then my brother Dave off to the side, and his wife Robin, and Aiden and Caitlin, their 2 children. And about the only other Clark member that's not here is my cousin, and he's up in the Ohio area. So you know, Dad liked to joke about us being able to put a whole family reunion in a minivan. Well, we're at a table right there. You know, Mom would have been so so impressed that we actually have an agenda for today. I'm gonna kick things off with a couple poems, one that Dad selected and one that Addison wrote. I've got a eulogy that I'm going to try really hard to get through. Dave, I think, is going to share a quick memory or two. And we are going to, we'll time box it, but, 10 or 15 minutes if anybody wants to tell a story or share a memory, we'll do that. And then to kind of finalize things, we've got a slideshow that we're going to kick through. So all in all, the slideshow is about 12 minutes or so. Hopefully we'll get through this. Yeah, Mom was not big on reading scripture, so instead we wanted to share a couple poems, and Dad gave me one of his favorites. I actually read it at his brother's funeral back in 2003, and Addison's poem I'll catch after this. But the first poem on deck here is called "The Dash" by Linda Ellis, and it goes like this. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following dates with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represented all the time that they had spent alive on earth, and now only those who love them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love, and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try to understand the way other people feel, and be less quick to anger, and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect, and more often wear a smile, remembering this special dash might only last a while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say and how you spent your dash? I gotta do some water here. You didn't hide the whiskey up here, Dad. All right. So, how are we doing online, guys? Can you guys all hear? Can you hear everybody hear with the mic going? Yes. Thanks, Rather. We have a lot of people saying beautiful poem. I believe the chat will also replay on YouTube, which is kind of cool. So, Addie wrote a very personal poem. It's very short, but it's a quatrain, and it goes like this. Dear Nana, I really miss you. It's crazy how time flew. I will always cherish the memories we made together. I just wish you could have stayed and watched me grow up forever. That's the end of that one. It says, you can tell from my earlier introduction, the Clark family is not very big. The last time we lost somebody was back in 2003 with Dad's brother. And I think we're all very, very ill-equipped to handle the magnitude of loss that we suffered when Mom left. Back in college at A&M, I took a business comms class, and the professor taught us that while public speaking is hard, giving a eulogy to a beloved family member is one of the hardest things on earth. And that is true. So just letting you guys know up front, it'll be a miracle if I can get through this, but I hope you can understand everything I'm saying. So Mom was born on May 19th, 1945. It was in a small town called Aspinwall, just north of Pittsburgh. At the time, Victory in Europe Day for World War II had just been declared a few days earlier on May 8th, and the price of a gallon of milk was just 63 cents. The biggest innovation at the time was the atomic bomb. Yet society was still almost 40 years away from the official birth of the internet. 1983. You can go Google that. One memory that I'll always cherish is the time that Mom and I spent through her family's ancestry, looking through her family's ancestry. She was really proud of her German heritage. And as some of you might know, she liked going by Cinda H. Clark because the H stood for heist. And that's her German maiden name. And interestingly enough, I met a heist on a plane once, except they didn't have the T at the end. They had the little German S. And apparently a lot of the immigrants, when they came over, they changed that letter because it didn't exist here. And so that's how we got the T. It's also the middle name that she decided to give me when I was born. So I have daughters and will not be able to pass that name down, but I proudly have her middle name. Using my account with Ancestry.com, Mom and I were actually able to trace the Heist family tree all the way back to the 1500s. But to no avail, we never uncovered any rich uncles or famous celebrities. Mom did have a great-grandfather named Philip Heist, who fought for the North during the Civil War. Philip mustered out of Pittsburgh early in the war with Grant's Army of the Potomac. One of his first duties was burying the dead at Gettysburg, and he saw action in many famous battles that I've actually got his declaration and discharge papers for, and you can, if you can read the script, because they had some fancy writing, you can see all the things that were there. He was in a very famous battle called Cold Harbor, right outside of Richmond, and during the assault, which is an assault that Grant openly regretted at the end of the war, Philip was shot in the left arm and lost his arm. His whole regiment just happened to be on the front lines charging towards the defenses of the Confederates. And Mom and I used to talk all the time about what would have happened if that bullet had just been a little bit over. Just a little bit over. Or if the surgeons hadn't been able to save him on the battlefield, she wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here. David and I. So we always had a lot of talks about that, because it's very it's amazing how life, you know, is so robust but yet so fragile. Cinder's father-in-law, or Cinder's father, Lawrence, enjoyed photography and collected cameras. So as a passion that Mom carried forward in her own life. She must have taken hundreds and hundreds, and I'm not joking, hundreds of pictures over the years. And growing up, we had just boxes full of photos, you know, those little processing envelopes from Eckerd Drugs and Fox Photo. Still got the negatives and all that. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of those pictures during Tropical Storm Allison. So, you know, we're fortunate to have the pictures that we have up here today and in the slideshow. I was so thankful that Mom had taken so many pictures to capture memories of our family. But since she was always behind the camera, it made me unbearably sad just how few pictures there were of her. Fortunately, it's the actual memories that count. And from birthdays to holidays, and summer movies to family vacations, Mom always made the memories count. You know, another thing that we learned from Mom was determination. She was one of the most determined people in the world. Amen. Amen. We'll get a whoop there. You know, talking about determination, despite being dyslexic, Mom pursued a career in nursing that required a lot of reading. A lot of reading. Medical books, journals, drug sheets, whatever it took to pass some extremely difficult exams. She worked her way up the healthcare system from a degree in nursing to finally get her doctorate from the University of Texas School of Nursing. Despite being severely red-green colorblind, Mom was also one of the best artists. Dave and I grew up with her doing all kinds of art projects and Very few of those pictures survive, but there's a couple that are very meaningful. But if you ever visit their home in Hearthstone, you'll see hints of Mom's artwork all over the place. Just from walking up the driveway, the flowers that she painted on the side of the fence, all the baskets that she's got. There's pictures inside the house, and a lot of the ceramics. The cheetah, if you guys are ever in the house, that Dave and I helped her paint that. So lots of memories of all that growing up. Because of that, her favorite color of all time was blue, and that's because it was a color she could see. Mom passed a less severe version of color blindness to Dave and I. Thanks, Mom. And that led to another one of my most embarrassing memories as a child. You know, before school started in the fall, Mom would always take us shopping for clothes. She knew that I loved baseball as a kid, and one year she bought me this light gray button-up shirt with pinstripes. Man, I thought I looked like a Yankees baseball player. Proudly wore it to school. However, when I got to class, all the kids started laughing. Eddie? No, it was probably Eddie. Totally joking. All the kids started laughing and making fun of me, a boy, wearing a pink shirt. You see, when someone's red-green colorblind, pink can look gray.
It's called salmon.
It's called salmon. Yeah, you know, with Dad, I think Dad, I'm pretty sure it was the first day of school, but Dad was traveling, and so there was no one at home to keep us from walking straight into that embarrassment. And David wasn't any help, because he's worse than I am. Another thing about Mom was her passion for technology. Back in the 80s, she single-handedly brought several Apple II Plus computers to Inwood Elementary and started the school's first computer class by also being the school's first technology teacher. Right? You guys remember that?
It's like war games at the school.
Yeah, War Games. Remember? Big movie. We were going to blow up the world with Apple computers. Because of Mom, I learned how to pirate software before the age of 7. I learned how to write code by the age of 10. And I became an excellent gamer by the time I was a teenager, and that's all because of her. She's also the main reason why I've been so passionate about my own technology career over the last 25 years. And I think about that every day I go to work. And speaking of gaming, did you guys know that for many years, Mom has been a member of an online guild for a game called EverQuest? It is my fault that she got addicted to that game. She was so serious about it that we couldn't dare schedule a family dinner on Sunday night because that was her guild's raid night. And for the gaming impaired, a raid is basically like a big battle where it takes all the skills and powers from all the team members to kill a big thing and get some really sweet loot. And that's what she did. Back in the 80s, Mom introduced David and I to a game called Ultima. It was a little stick figure game with mountains and rivers, and it was amazing. It was the first of its kind. It took us on adventures from the depth of dungeons to the expanse of space, and we literally, I think, learned quite a bit about home economics, saving our virtual gold to buy virtual food. Who says gaming can't be educational, right? During our summers, we would game into the wee hours of the night, screaming when we got scared and laughing along with Mom's infectious laugh. I would never forgive her the night that she lost something we had battled so hard for, and I think she stayed up 2 nights, all night long, trying to get it back before I realized it was gone. In the mid-2000s, I introduced Mom to an online game called EverQuest. We're going to hear a roar of applause from our online folks here. It's like Ultima, but it's an entirely new level. It's virtual 3D world with adventures and all kinds of good stuff. The first time I played with Mom, you know, she was colorblind, and she would just start wandering off places, exploring and going and doing her thing. And she would get to places that she had no business being in, the way these games are set up. So one time I turned around, Mom was just gone, I had no idea where she was. It took me 15 minutes of real time to track her down And when I did, she was in the middle of an area with monsters 10 times her strength. But since she was colorblind, she couldn't see the bright red warning signs indicating that she was in a really bad place. We laughed so hard that night. And we worked so long to get out of that place without getting killed and losing all of our sweet loot. It was those kinds of memories that I will cherish forever. In fact, mom's gamer friends recently sent me some videos of them playing. A lot of times they'll record the games because they'll stream them online and that kind of stuff. And it was just so great to hear her voice, having a blast with her friends. And the Sunday night before she died, Mom was, of course, online having fun with her friends. She went to bed around 10:30 and just never woke up the next morning. I debated putting this next part in here, but because Mom loved technology so much, she was actually wearing her Fitbit when she died. And looking back through the data, you can see that her last footsteps were at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday. So she never got out of bed after going to sleep. And you can see that her heart rate and her blood oxygen were all normal, right up to the point where there were no further readings. What a gift she decided to leave us with. We know that her body was probably just tired from all the years of living a good and compassionate life as a nurse, as a wife, as a mother, and as a loving Nana. What a wonderful world we're in, but now it's a world without her. You know, I never gave much thought about the word legacy and what that means to a family until Mom died. She spent her entire life caring for others, from her husband and children to all the patients that she helped live just a little while longer. Mom loved horses as a child. She loved dogs even more as an adult. But the most important loves in her life were her grandchildren, and she loved them with all of her heart. Thanks. It makes me so happy to know that her grandchildren are now part of her legacy and will carry forward the compassion and the empathy that Mom had for others to help make this world a better place. You know, Mom, we're so very proud of you and all of your accomplishments. We're missed you incredibly bad, and we're going to love you forever. Thanks for being such a great mom, and even better Nana. And that's the end of the eulogy. To lighten the mood a bit, we asked the grandchildren to share some brief memories of Nana. None of them are going to come up here and speak. So I promised them I would read each of them if they would just give me some memories. Avery remembers Nana teaching her how to cook the Thanksgiving turkey last year. Avery liked that Nana was such a good cook. Addison remembers making her first handmade pumpkin pie with Nana last Thanksgiving. They made the pie crust, the filling all from scratch, and it was really fun, and it was also really good. Aiden remembers playing EverQuest 2 with Nana last year, and she gave him some sweet new armor. And I've got a picture of them playing together in the slideshow here. Caitlin remembers walking the dogs with Nana when she was 3 years old. Caitlin thought that she was doing such a great job leading the dogs around, and then realized that Nana was also holding the leash. And then one last one here before I pass it to Dave, that Shelley had a memory to share where she remembers how Nana went out of her way to make Shelley feel really special on her 30th birthday. Nana surprised Shelley with an all-pink birthday party back at the Inwood house. Shelley's birthday, for those that don't know, is just 2 days after Christmas, so it's not a good birthday time at all. But Nana somehow found time to bake Shelley a pink cake, wrap pink gifts, and decorate her dining room all in pink. Nana knew it was Shelley's favorite color, and I knew it looked like a very hideous gray color to her. And on that note, my brother Dave is going to step up and had something he was going to share. Jump in here and be on camera.
Hey guys, thanks for coming today. So I am the youngest and currently live up in St. Louis, so it's been kind of hard over the years getting time to come down to see him, and wish I'd come down more. But I did have a story I was going to read, and I think I'm going to call an audible and just talk about memories that I loved. Stephen's eulogy was great, and made me think of some funny and cool times. And one of which was around the world of gaming and the game Ultima. And I think it was when Ultima 2 came out. I think I was in 2nd grade. Stephen would have been in 4th grade. And I was in class doing something, I can't remember what, but I remember hearing the jingle of Mom's keys. And she kind of worked at the school at the time, and I always do the jingle of Mom's keys because they were just our keychain. I knew Mom was coming to the room, and I'm like, why is she coming to the room? She comes in, she's like, hey, I'm checking you out, we're gonna go. And I was only at school for like 2 hours. She had come to school to pick me and my brother up because it was the day that Ultima 2 came out. She pulled us out of school to get the game to play. And so, of course, just like Stephen said, we had shifts that I would play my character, then he would play his, then she would play hers.
On one computer, yeah.
On one computer. I also remember one of the days that the creator of this game, Richard Garrett, I believe,
Yeah.
he was actually in Houston at one of the software stores and was there signing autographs and talking to people and all these gamers about the game. And so we went to the store to go see him. And there's a long line of people. And most of the gamers at the time, they're teenagers or older, really tall. I just remember all these big guys around, geeky, nerdy looking guys, and like, what are we doing here? But Stephen had some questions for Richard, and we finally get up there, and he's like, so at this point in the game, when we do this and do that, and then I realized that all the other gamers are like saying, wait, what? Where are you? How far along are you? Stephen was so much further along in the game that all these other 20 and 30-year-old geeky guys were taking notes because they needed to know how to beat this guy, to get over there, to find this chest, and it was just really, really amazing. One of the other memories that I have is I always loved to torture my brother. Anytime I could get, I was trying to instigate fights, and even though he was bigger than me, I needed to prove myself.
So you admit it?
Yes, after all these years. So there was one day we were out playing in the yard, and for some reason I decided to pick up a big old stick, a branch that was on the ground, and I whacked him over the head so hard. He was crying, running to Mom, David hit me over the head. And she pulled me aside, and she'd get pretty angry, and why did you do that? And I just looked at her and said, I couldn't help myself. And then fast forward to probably about 2 months ago. So I'm currently a safety officer at an elementary school. And on the playground, one of the kindergartners hit another kid over the head with a stick. And I was like, what are you doing? You can't do that. And he looked at me and he said, I couldn't help myself. And I had to fight back the laughter because instantaneously I remembered what had happened, and I just looked down and I said, I understand. We're going to the principal's office. Well, I texted that. That happened on a Friday, and I texted that on Saturday, recounting the story to Mom, that this had just happened. And her last text to me was, Can't stop laughing. So, anyway, just wanted to share those memories. I'm gonna miss her. She's the one that taught me how to play cards, taught me how to deal. I'm a lifelong fan of playing poker and cards and any kind of card game. In fact, I'm now also as far as a safety officer at a school, I also am a poker dealer at a casino in St. Louis. So I followed my passion of cards, and Mom gave me that passion at an early age when she taught me how to play contract bridge. And anyway, just wanted to share some of those stories, and thank you all for coming.
Thanks, Dad. Come on over, Pops.
I just want to add one comment. David has played in the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas. And we're proud of him and his card play.
I didn't cash or anything, but
You made it through a couple rounds.
yeah, made it past day one.
You know, guys, at this point, you know, we've got so many friends here. If there's one or two people that did want to feel like they said something, you know, I said we could time box this, and I've seen this done at other events, and it's kind of nice having other folks talk. But if there is anybody that wants, just raise your hand, and got one right here. Yep, coming up. And we'll keep this brief, but I think it's important for some of Mom's friends to say their things. Just right here.
So Cinda and I had a lot of adventures together, and we did golfing, we did bridge, we did a transatlantic cruise together, and we laughed a lot. And she always said that one of their cars that they bought was for us to go up to our annual golf tournament in Austin, and she wanted me to also play in this online game, but
She recruited heavily.
and I always knew every Sunday night and Wednesday night were raid nights, you know. And we just had a whole lot of fun. So I made a baby scrapbook over here, and it's just got some of the 2008 cruise pictures in it. And this is just a week's worth of effort. And I have a lot more pictures to send up, but that was all I could pull together. And I just want to say that I just saw Wicked Wednesday night, and one of the songs is "My Life is Better Because You Were in It." And that, to me, sums up our friendship.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We got one or two more hands, otherwise I'll move on. Aiden, come on up, man. I'm gonna get a little lift kit here to kind of raise you up.
He's almost as tall as me.
Speaking of EverQuest, she actually brought me into that, so I'm glad about that.
Yep. Yep, and Aiden, we got that really good picture of you guys here in the slideshow. With that note, we're getting lots of applause online. Lots of applause. All right, for you online folks. Oh, what do we got? Oh, come on up. Come on up.
I don't want to come up.
Yeah. Sure. Stay there. Stay there.
See, I used to think Cinda was being mean to me.
Yeah.
She kept telling me, I can't hear you. What did you say?
Pinky, get up here.
What? We can't hear you.
It's wired, so. Come on up, Pinky.
This is Pinky.
So, I used to think Cinda was being ugly to me. She kept telling me at bridge, what'd you say? I can't hear you. And I thought,
can't hear me. So I went to Costco to check it out. And sure enough, she was right. But she always talked about her boys.
Thank you, Pinky. All right, on that awesome note, we are going to go to the slideshow. It's about 12 minutes long, and Addie's going to play DJ for us today. For you guys online, you will see pictures, but you will not hear audio. And I can neither confirm nor deny there may be copyright infringement issues that YouTube might care about. So audio is going to go off, but hopefully you guys online see the pictures that we're going to see here.
just want to comment to Cinda's online gaming folks. She loved you. I enjoyed being Mr. Wonderful. Taking all of your individual pictures so that she could combine your online gaming names with your real names. She loved you.
And we just had a comment there, Dad. Always Mr. Wonderful to her Miss Perfect.
And her Miss Perfect was one of her gaming names. So they believed it.
And Dad, for better or worse, you just got the last word.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to go back and read through these comments. I haven't been able to keep up with them. That's the end of our kind of formal celebration. Just want to thank you guys all for coming today. It means the world to the Clark family that you took time out of your busy schedules to come stop by and celebrate Mom's life. We do have the venue here for a while longer, so feel free to hang around or head out to your next adventure. But thank you for coming and making this such a special day. Take care. Thanks to all you online guys. Appreciate it, and gals. Thank you guys.
So glad to meet you. I'm Jeff.
Jeff, Steven.
Steven, David, Jim and Cinda, the cul-de-sac group, indoctrinated us into the group because we lived a couple houses down. But what a wonderful blessing. The golf with your mom, with Jim. I just didn't want to come up and say the story.
It's a big thing, yeah.
I knew I couldn't call 2 days a week at 7 p.m. If I tried to call, she's not talking to me.
Beautiful job.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
We love her a lot. We were friends with her next door neighbor.
Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
So just real So Lori, my wife and I, Lori, were next door at Lynn and Steve's. I said, let's go check in on Jim and Sarah's match. Sunday night. So we walk in the door, Jim, your daddy, really just basically the best thing in the city. So I went in and chatted. I said, where's Cinda? She yells from upstairs, I'm up here killing monsters. And I'm thinking like, what is she talking about? I never knew.
I love it. It looks great. That's so cool, yeah. It's a great story. Thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Your mother was great.
This is my son, yeah. He got the gaming gene.
Quick public announcement. There are snacks at the back of the venue if you guys need any food. There are snacks in the backs.
Snacks in the back. Great job.
Thank you.
You guys did awesome.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Very nice. I know exactly how that goes. I had to do that a couple times.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You did well.
It was okay, thank you. Yeah, that was hard.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So did you guys golf together? How did y'all?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. And the last few years when I was working from home, I'd go out and take a walk mid-morning. I ran into Jim often.
Yeah.
And the last over the last year, so he wasn't out as much. Of course. You know, we talked to to him a few times in the last year and a half. He said, things were getting bad. But they kept on toughing out through it.
Yeah, I know they missed playing.
But yes, that's how we got to know him, was playing in the couples league.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
And we were paired with him 2 or 3 times the first 2 years.
Gotcha.
But they were very good people.
Yes.
Dad still is.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
I empathize with what you were going through.
I appreciate it, man. Hi.
I'm Brian. I always enjoyed
I used to be federal probation
Jim
officer,
and
correctional
Cinda's
officer.
stories of going to Las Vegas and playing blackjack. She probably still had a lot of money. She was ahead the last time I saw her.
She did have a bankroll.
For 2.5 years. Started dealing.
We would always say, I got on a bad table and people didn't know how to play. And, anyway, but and then Jim always showed me his picture of the dealer.
Yeah.
I just got a kick out of all that.
They had a couple dealer friends there for sure.
That was awesome. That was very nice.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
So I have to tell you, I would come up here with my twins when they were like 4.
Yeah.
She told me when we were dating, she's either I'm either going to be Mrs. Clark first or Dr. Podolsky.
So she was like,
you decide. So I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Podolsky.
I'm dying. She's like, you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this.
Well, I still waiting. She became Dr. Podolsky, then we got married.
And your mom was very highly. She was very proud of her. And she's inspiring to us too.
That was a wonderful presentation. I loved your mother. I played bridge with her, and played golf with her a lot.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed her so much.
Wow, thank you.
I was just with her like 4 days before she died.
Yeah.
I guess so. If you're going to go, that's kind of a good way to go, isn't it?
Don't tell him.
But I don't want my husband to do that.
Thank you so much.
I actually have to do this for
I see your mother smiling you.
Oh yeah?
I do.
100%. Nicely done.
Thank you so much, Chris.
We love your mom.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for being here. That's great.
Your mom and dad are salt of the earth.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for coming.
I think the vodka's open. The vodka's open.
All right, guys, there's no reason for me to turn this off while people are here, so I'm just going to leave it run. But thank you guys for coming. If anybody's still on, I can't tell from my view here if you're here or not. So, but thank you guys so much. I really mean that. Maybe one of these days I'll pop online with you.
Hi. Did you say that I'm Rhonda Gaskin?
Rhonda, okay.
And I play golf with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say you live in Bentwater?
We do, yeah.
Have you been here a long time?
Almost. This summer will be 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So we moved during the pandemic and kind of worked remote and stuff. And I now work in the Woodlands, so I'm only about 30 minutes away from the house up there. Yeah.
So what area do you live on? The golf course, or?
We live, if you go in through where the estates are, we're down on Promenade. I don't know the courses well enough, but you go.
I know where Promenade is.
Okay, yeah. So all the way down to Promenade, and we've got a little waterfront place there, and we've been there for 2 years, and it's been great.
There's no little waterfront place on Promenade. You're being really nice.
We lived there 13 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Before we moved here.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean.
So where were you guys?
We lived on the golf course.
Okay.
And actually, it was, I don't know whether you know the streets very well.
I do know the streets, yeah.
Okay, we lived on Greenview.
Okay.
You would go up
To the
Water
club.
Drive,
Yep.
turn to go to your house. You
Yep.
would turn left on Summerton.
Yep.
And go around, and then you'd go down and then go left.
Yep.
Well, if you go up, stop sign there on Summerton, and you turn, we're the second street was Greenview.
Greenview, yeah.
We lived on the golf course a little over 13 years.
Wow, that's so cool.
And we've been down here maybe 7 or 8. We moved down here to be closer to the kids.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a hard pull to like leave from up there. You know?
I know. Trust me, I went kicking. I didn't want to go. I did not want to go.
Right.
And we're on our 3rd house here because I've never been happy like we bought.
Yeah, you just gotta keep going.
So anyway, this ceremony was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And your mom was really nice. Your dad is very nice as well.
Thank you
So
so much.
I know he's been a misser, but you know, we're all here.
I know, that's what's great.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
You did good.
Hey, what you doing? I'm showing the online people what we had here. Actually, let me try to stabilize it so it. Yeah, I still got it. I think. Yeah, say hi. Everybody on YouTube can see food in your mouth. Put this back in.
And I said, you don't know I need an outfit for Mom, we gotta go get some puppies. She's like, I don't know. just don't think I want to know.
But then we started playing bridge, and I guess that's all I want to know. We started playing bridge. But I but it was totally around
Right? And then so we can so much this is like okay, those for one person I just had to
I'm glad you're in every time when you play in this place, how much is
Which is almost a blessing,
I find the same first few minutes when you exercise. Painful while you're doing it. Change your mind, like, I don't want food anymore. Because I know how hard you gotta work to Right. Good, how about you? I do, I am.
Sit at a restaurant tomorrow and I'm like, as I stood up, I was like, oh my god, I got some picture by you. I'm like, what is this? He's like, well, I'm not scared of chicken anymore. So yeah, it's slowly trying. I'm like, oh my god. He's still hungry. So yes. Graduation party. Yeah, so it's really good to see Brad. No, but she was telling me about that. I'm like, nice. You can feel before you know, if it's big enough track.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, I remember thinking, lost that in practice.
Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. And if you're okay, like, that's the thing, is like, you know what I mean? So,
Poor Kevin.
you got
Those were some of my first dinners. Dad's bank got the tickets for I was too young to appreciate the open bar, too. Unlimited hot dogs is kind of cool. I start sending like, $10 for a can of beer. Right. That just means you're trying. Why about beer? Yeah, you do them. Sign for it. Sign for it. Still living like go to a bar, go to a whiskey. They were like those doubles. That'll be pretty sweet. I need another one of those. Keep right here. All you do is when you're ready to say keep the change and you still almost running. Yeah, I got a couple more. That's cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's for you. Oh, I thought this was fun. Oh yeah, that's my bad. It's good.
Oh, well, if that's all you have.
We just set him up in his apartment. He's counseling somewhere like a high tech, like picking up He had just told us she might not want to go back. She did well. Yeah, she tells Brian who I told me, and then what the hell? She does. We text. When he goes away, just like somebody that's like, it's the biggest racket in the world. The guys in the house all out. Got me in the middle of our cars to do it. That's what I tell myself. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I like this better anyway. But he's going away. He's not going. But yeah, I think she's.
Oh, just keep hugging.
He's engaged.
Just keep hugging. Oh, I got more hugging on this other side.
Very good. That's a big. You tell him. Yeah. He's a no words computer science guy. So like, he just switched his major, but his Jack was asking me. Destroy her. I was like, no, you can't say that. I'm like, can I intimate him? She says he's the same guy, right? Am I the only one seeing this? Which one has you? Yeah, no, Ryan's good. Ryan's better listener. John's good. Really? We both can't have the last word. We'll just keep going.
That's not what you said online.
Yeah, you know, when you're away, and I'm like, oh, look at. Big.
Oh no, Dave. We gotta do a picture together. Holy cow.
Alright. Cheese.
This is supposed to be a solemn ceremony, and here we are smiling. How can it move from London?
I know, that's not true.
It's supposed to be solemn.
So where do you think she I want to talk about
Great job, guys. Really good job. Jared. Jared, yeah. Yeah, that would be I made
What? I don't eat dinner. Yes, you do.
I think his head's on. So like,
Well, no, not now.
Y'all did a great job. For what then? My girl,
anything on that is a bonus. Getting voted in.
Even now? Yeah. One of the things that we didn't have in the Memorial Day last
There's the man that's
Yes, Jared, Steve.
She did. He texts you.
You do? Yeah, I knew what we had like set it up. I've never taken the time to show that machine. I remember grabbing a time from the auction. I did not put the ladder on the Mom was grabbing down the floor right past it.
I got a triple A card in my wallet. Back then, that was the one thing.
And she kind of swerved and flew off into the ditch for 7 feet, so I kind of pulled back up. I remember that whole thing. And then I no, it did not. The windshield was kind of at a weird angle when it came up. Yeah, I remember. You were in the back. You got
We're trying to be nice and clean the car, and everything we clean out all the trash. Checkbook goes in the trash. The trash guys pick it up. She's like, yeah, we went to movies and was like, of course, I never got that stuff. Yeah, they can't borrow the car. I think the captain was bringing us a present. She was so happy that she jumped up on the thing, and then when she went meow with the mouse, you know, was leaping along.
Thank you.
Did you guys all come together? Or y'all? Yep. So cool. You know what? Like we went.
You guys have fun spending time together. I know you'll have fun the next couple days.
I never understood like
They used to see each other.
That would have been real.
Yeah, so I'm with you. Some good kids out there.
Let us go. Let us go.
This is my school. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we were so upset because Avery was going to have my high school coach.
See you guys.
Yeah, so.
Great job again, man.
It's a nice surprise.
That was a joke. Oh, good seeing you guys. Great job. Good job. Yep, take care.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're right. We're like 2 houses down.
And you set that up really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
So it is the line the script. No one else can say that. So it's cute.
I don't post much myself, so it's the second post. But I still like to Every time we get in front of you, she would retire the old computer, but she would use it. She would play both with boxes. So she stole my account, took those over. Perfect for a while. My guys had these years, I would always be like,
So you were playing you kept
I played it off and on.
You made it sound like she played a whole lot.
They are
Yeah. You should. Yeah. In the closet. Yeah. And I was, get my closet in the closet. That was my office setting.
Nothing makes me feel nothing makes me feel older. Like, and like watching my mom writing. And writing that works, and just got a work study in Texas. And writing writes letters like, ask Jeff about his
Ready for it.
Yeah, and that's how, yeah.
Well, and at the time,
And now I think if we do this like 2 or 3 years later, people could make money with that. Because I had one in Texas. I didn't get a desktop tutor at my apartment until the first 3 years. Was like one campus to check my antiquated. These days we're like, what do we do it? You know,
I'm showing him the same.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was really like, oh yeah, no. That might not be on.
So I thought I hadn't seen him on the news in a while, but I don't really watch the news that much. So I've been looking for
And I'll pay you everything else. I specifically need more people we didn't need
not a Cardinals fan.
There was something
yeah, so when I lived in that year, working there, at the time, had gone to Chicago for an intern postdoc.
They transferred a few of
and then we were trying to decide, okay, their service in Chicago, and like trying to find some and so she put in jobs in Houston and St. Louis, right? And then getting St. Louis. So I did that work in St. Louis, and I'm looking on the map, like, okay, I'm going to be working at the time with business systems. I'm like a transfer to University of Greenville.
He's a seductive.
And she's going to be working I'm still so I'm looking for places that are in the middle. So it'd be like easy. She wanted to walk in St. Louis.
I remember all their stuff.
I was like, if I can do it for her, it's going to be an hour and a half. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. It's my so I'm just taking off all these places. What about Granite City? What about Belmont? What about this? How about that? And so that was about a 45 minutes. Drive for each one.
I mean, seriously, there are several things. You're just trying to find the yeah. You just want to do it.
Yeah, there's. You just have to have the right kind of machine that can control the tape, because those tapes get real brittle. And that's, if you're going to do it yourself, that's the trick. A couple devices I just haven't done that.
We still have one?
We still have one. Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna do.
That's true. I'm running through my way.
Well, it's come over to our house.
And I put it in and then play it. Yeah, that's exactly.
pulled out.
And it's just all gummed up.
Yeah, we can't have that happen to Mr. Close.
No, actually, yeah. I do remember that. High level targets.
So we, Steve and Dave would do all these videos, little VCR and big Magnavox camera. And stay up.
No idea what we were doing with it.
And we'd stay up until like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning doing all these crazy things and like weird editing things and without
Otherwise known as just this. I used to think it was so groundbreaking. Like, you don't understand. Like,
I used to remember one of the news, I don't know what advertising you did, like when you first got one of those news stations. You used a lot of the editing techniques that we did back then. Or like,
I gotta practice some of this.
Or like you handed the mic off camera to yourself, and you're like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't want to do this. Yeah. That was very valuable. That was very
I like Eddie crawling along the ground. I thought it was funny.
I saw that. Just turn the cameras that way.
Can you imagine how good we had better equipment if we'd have won 30 years later? Like, we could have been.
YouTube stars.
Yeah, YouTube stars.
Eddie's got one he's carrying Christy. She's supposed to be dead, but he runs into the door and
I don't know if you're doing like this or on my shoulder. I'm like, wow. In the door jam.
Well, what would they do if she did the Monty Python line? I'm not
quite dead yet.
I think my mom finally bought a video camera for my high school graduation. The tape was just like shaking. And my dad like, hold it still, Travis. That's how you hear it. What are we doing? You can see. He's over there. Great, glad we got that. Yeah. That's, I don't know, we need that preserved for history. It's really fun, like people like.
Okay. Well, it was good to see you again. Absolutely.
Like yours.
Thank you. Take care. Come see us work on it.
Bye, Delvin.
How's it going? You too. I didn't have everything seemed bigger back then.
Well, last year, when we came to visit, we actually did Dad's night too.
Oh, you guys, yeah.
Well, I did last year, so I the memories of the ground that was you borrowed day to day.
Yeah. Oh!
Well, let's see.
Bye, kids. Nice to have that.
Well, you know, my mom said something the other day. I guess almost predating, like when I was a little kid, like, I don't know when your parents moved in the neighborhood. You've seen people, okay, sorry, been like 4 you're barely 2. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I don't watch the news much. It expired last year for some birthday and something like that.
Just the other day, I was, I mean, he's all right. I guess it's polite.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, actually, news anchor. Was a news anchor. Some other one that I wanted to see on the
I just hope I can fill that for my life.
Yeah, no, she came like right on.
So he has slideshow, we're just gonna base on all the photos of Cinda.
Just Photoshop it on.
If you can't, Stephen can't.
You know where to go with
Portugal? You love it. Brown German. Nurse Pittsburgh. Love being a nurse. And love gaming and love all the things. Shut it down. Right, she wasn't very emotional. While being a nurse. School teaching nurse.
Nursing teacher.
She liked to play games or whatever she liked to do. Shoot. Yes. That's what yours is going to be. Yours is going to be. Justice. From the earliest time, citizens on patrol. And every cop in the Harris County area was at our house. Eating snacks. And talking about tasing people. Yeah. The only thing that was missing was like Bad Boys playing on a loop.
Yeah, I would be a good
You know, you think that's funny. My sister, like, we went to one of my people's funeral and she, like, wrote things on the back of the memories. Like, what's that? And she's like, oh, Mom likes these passages. I have a folder for what Mom wants and what Dad wants. And I was like, wow, you are organizing their desks while they're so long.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's kind of hardcore, but it's not a bad idea. What's up? I gotta call that. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Next time, brother.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
They're getting big. We're getting old.
They
grow up. We grow
This is blonde. What are you talking about? This is from thinking. This is blonde, not gray. Not colorblind.
That's my brain.
Great. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming. So what's with your mom?
No, she's okay. She had a guy, she had a free trim today, so she was sitting watching it, but she also did so.
Okay. Yeah.
But she had people, they were off to pick her up. Yeah. She couldn't fit she couldn't make it. She's doing pretty well. I mean, she's pretty high. She's probably get out of that house. Yeah. She's independent living. She's still out of stuff. They live in Cyprus. Okay. It was crazy when you referenced all the stuff you lost. Because my parents moved in 1999, so I was like 101. And I do remember driving through there once about chicken with water.
It was like there was the series.
That night, you guys were like traveling. You and Mom were in Denmark or Copenhagen. Right? Yeah, I was Mom's research assistant at UT in between. And she would submit research papers based on where she wanted to go. If there was a
that's cool.
If there was a conference somewhere, that's how we went to Australia, went to Toronto, went to Denmark. But yeah, we were in Denmark when the storm hit and couldn't get a hold of Dad. And then, unfortunately, it was also when they executed Timothy. And I'm on the phone trying to get her dad watching the news, and they said they executed him. I'm like, oh, he's dead. I'm thinking I was talking about not knowing I was watching the news and on the Pay Store. And I was like, oh my God, no.
Who does he think's on the other end of the phone? Like, oh yeah, no, he's dead.
Yeah.
What else do you mean to do? Who did you talk to? Someone with a real nice business. Oh yeah, no, Jim, he's dead. What's your expression? No, you're right. That time I do because I was working in the stores.
Yeah. So Dad was at the house by himself, with 2 dogs. And on my last phone call with him, the water just kept coming up the steps right there, and we just had no idea when it was stopping, and the cell phone signal went out. And so I had to go, we had to go through the whole night not knowing like how bad it got. The last thing's like, yep, no, there's a current going through the living room, just.
How many times did you guys take water? The only time it was April of '92. That was the first time. Like I would go home from Eisenhower.
Yeah. That was the year I played the Eisenhower.
that day, I just remember like coming home, like, Paul standing on the back step of our back, and I was like, all right.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we
Hey, good seeing you.
Why don't you four get together and take a picture before you go? Because how often are you four together, right?
Starts at what, 4:30 or so?
Pretty close.
Oh, we get a good rest.
Alright, well, I'll get you a break.
They don't always have everybody waiting for 30 days flat, but they still have to do it at the same time.
Right.
Are we doing the neighborhood? We'll get.
Well, this is the broader neighborhood. We've got boundaries.
Steve, don't touch me there.
Not in daylight.
And not so long.
No, we were friends, man.
It was just the locker room. Come on.
I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to stop that.
I mean, the bar's right there. You at least all get a drink.
I'll get you dinner later.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the real picture, I think. No, stop the posing.
All right.
Just do the
Oh,
one,
yeah.
and I'll take a picture of you later.
Well, the days again. Everybody throw your head back. Oh man. All right, do it.
Yeah, maybe next week or two.
Yeah, get up there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. Have a safe drive home, man. So I tell my medicators, have fast, take chances.
Yeah.
Recently, we were bought by a larger cyber company called Portrait.
So theoretically, that finishes the job. I still work for the window dressing.
Yeah.
And,
All right. I did not see all the.
I don't want to make
all
you.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a call and I'll try to.
Yeah.
Come work
You
out.
Yes, please.
I don't think everybody signed.
463-04.
Yeah.
All right. Maple Tree Drive today.
Alright.
oh, okay, for sure.
It's my phone. Do you want to get yours, Dave?
You can just text it to me after. That's cool.
No, his camera's better.
A little bit.
Ah, see, that's the first time we ran into that today. Picture with the famous guy.
Hold on. I've got it where it
Looks like the guy in St. Louis.
There we go. You guys had the mirror behind you when the sun was in it. There we go.
Artsy.
Yeah, apparently I don't follow the news enough. He was fired.
Oh, wow.
Apparently some break time profane remarks that weren't up here.
Yeah, I'm there with the great son.
What are you talking about?
Vic Faust. He's
He even sounds like, oh, yeah.
he's the first time I saw him in St. Louis, I thought it was Dave.
Uh-huh.
If I had a baby with Pat St. Jack.
Yeah.
Looks like that guy. I see that.
Yeah. Why
Look at the kid.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. That could be, yeah.
Who you got, Dave?
Dave Stoppelganger in St. Louis. He's a news anchor on Fox or what?
No.
Out of the corner of your eye on the TV, walking by like that.
Yeah, I'm blind, not even close.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna head out too. Dude, hey, thank you so much. It is good to see you, man.
Is it Charles E. Sweeney still in the building? He left me his card.
All right, thanks for everybody. I'm staying.
4:30 Monday morning.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell your mom I said I will. And we'll
Yes.
see you guys soon.
Yeah.
All
All right, man.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
knock you over.
Oh,
I've done worse.
I'm not good. Now, Chuck Sweeney left a while ago.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, put it in your pocket.
I still have his card, so.
Good to see you. Thank you. All right, if anybody's still hanging out, cheers. I'm ending the stream. Thank you for coming.
Did it right.
Later, Drew.
I think we can get this way to get a picture of all of us.
Sure.
Should we just put Cinda in the middle and we'll stand around it like she's in the family picture? I mean,
Robin wants a picture of everybody.
so maybe we should stand around and just put Cinda in the middle.
Can do that. Maybe this guy can be our photographer.
Yeah. Thanks, ladies.